Today, I have 9 tips for you on balancing rotational dating and your career as a high achieving driven woman. I've got my notes here on my phone, so don't mind, but I want to make sure I give you all the things. So, number one is master energy transition points. Okay, this is important because I think this is where we tend to get really dysregulated. Integrate intentional energy switches throughout your day. So what you want to do is when you're at work, you want to start practicing being able to do this so that you're not practicing it the first time you're in front of a hot date, right? So notice what energy you're in, drop in, notice what's happening in your body. Set an alarm for every 30 minutes, 45 minutes if you need to, girl, and drop in, check in with your body and know what is happening. If you are in your masculine energy, but that's appropriate for that time, great. But if you are in your masculine and you're feeling really anxious and you're overworking, okay, have some rituals and techniques to ground yourself so that you can be more in your feminine. And if you practice this throughout the day, it will become a no-brainer, okay? Number two is practice grounding techniques before dates. Really, you want to be doing this throughout the day because if the first time you do this is on the way to your date, you're not going to have that embodiment of it, okay? So you can use grounding exercises, deep breathing, body scanning before dates to shift from a high stress work mode into a relaxed, receptive, feminine goddess queen state, okay? Number three is set energetic boundaries. Be clear about your emotional capacity and set boundaries around your time and energy to avoid feeling overwhelmed by managing both work and dating commitments. Decide beforehand because you don't want to be making this decision on the fly. So for example, let's say that this is a really busy week for you. You've got launches coming on, projects, a lot is happening, and you know that your unique nervous system, when it's overstimulated, that you don't really like crowded places, you don't like loud places. Well, if a guy is setting up a date, this might be something that you can let him know. You can say something like, something nice and quiet and romantic sounds amazing. So letting him know beforehand so you're not in a very triggering environment after you just had a crazy week at work. Number four is align your intentions with your nervous system. Reflect on what you truly want from dating and ensure that it aligns with your nervous system's unique needs for safety, joy, and ease, rather than adding stress and anxiety. Being honest with yourself on what works and helps you stay present in your body. So here's something that I learned on my own personal rotational dating journey. In the beginning, I was accepting all the dates, and throughout like the process, I learned that I really don't like having like really loud, crazy, long drawn out dates after a long day of work. When I was rotational dating, I was working full time in my real estate business. I was a single mom. So the last thing I wanted was like to be on a date with like loud music playing where I can barely hear the guy. So I had to get really clear and intentional and make that known in my dating profile and even the people that were coming through my network, like friends and family, that I'm more of an introverted, quiet type of person. So that the expectations really were realistic. And a lot of men got filtered out. And I got filtered out by men's lives as well, because there were some men that were, one particular guy I'm thinking of, he was really looking for the party lifestyle after getting married. And that's not what I was looking for. So it just filtered him out. Number five is to prioritize nervous system regulation activities. A lot of us talk about self-care, 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 but my clients tell me that some of the self-care that they do actually dysregulates them more than before. So keep in mind that self-care means that you are feeling calm and present and safe and at home in your body. It doesn't necessarily mean, going to 5 different maintenance appointments, which is great, but that's maintenance. That's not nervous system regulation. So make sure that what you're doing actually does work for your unique system, okay? Number 6 is practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that it's okay to be not be perfect in balancing your career and your dating life. Like, I feel like sometimes we think it has to be perfect, it has to look a certain way. And I think showing up as human and letting the guy know what you're honestly feeling in that moment. Maybe you're overwhelmed and you're trying to help him, you know, you need his help in helping you transition. This is one way I do it with my husband. Like, if I feel like today was a busy day at work, I have like a lot of windows open, what my husband and I like to say, I'll let him know in the evening when it's just our time. I'll let him know that, oh, my brain is like pinging all over the place and I need help getting grounded. And so he knows that he gets to be my hero in that moment and help me regulate through touch, through like softening his voice a little bit. So you can let men know, right? Don't expect him to be a nervous system expert, but you can let them know what is happening naturally for you. And he's going to appreciate your honesty way more than your awkwardness. Trying to be perfect, right? Number 7, delegate where possible. Listen, you have probably prioritized work for most of your life if you're anything like me and anything like the women that come into my world. It is okay for you to prioritize your love life and your dating life right now. So delegate things, let people know that, hey, as much as I love my work, right now I'm prioritizing dating and love and romance and all the things, and make sure that you have space in your life. I made a whole video on when we don't have space in our life and we're constantly complaining about, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, but then you want to manifest things that require time. What is the universe going to do? It's not going to work. So I'll link that video for you below if you want to take a look at that and kind of change how you're seeing the world, how you're seeing time. And remember, when your nervous system is dysregulated, time feels very different. Time and nervous system has a really interesting relationship. Number 8, check in with your nervous system regularly. If you could train yourself to do this even every 45 minutes, your life will change. You will start noticing how you feel when you think you're actually hungry, how you feel when suddenly you want to sabotage your finances or your goals or the date. This has had such a profound impact on my life, and the thousands of clients and students that I've served. Do not underestimate this. Really set an alarm on your phone in the beginning because you're new to this, and start noticing what's happening. Number 9 is follow my page, subscribe if you're new here, and also I am putting together this nervous system bootcamp because the feedback that I've been getting from you guys and the comments about this work has been off the charts, and I want to help serve you better in understanding your unique needs and your nervous system. So I'm putting together a bootcamp. Let me know if this is of interest to you and you would be interested. And make sure that you subscribe to my email list. You not only get my free money cord cutting, you get my wealth activation audio, but that is where I'm going to notify people when I launch my nervous system bootcamp. So it's going to be really amazing. 3 weeks to get you all just in check, knowing what's happening, how to work with your system. So let me know if you need that, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.